apartment. And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I remember canceling a very important appointment, if you get what I'm saying. If you know, you know. I had an appointment. I had an appointment, girl, scheduled for that night. And I canceled my appointment to sit in the house to reflect about the church. Who does that? Now, for a little over a month, I've been following this woman on YouTube. It is her and her dog. And one day I just came across it by happenstance. She was in a car and she was like, I am leaving my husband. My dog and I are checking into a hotel. I don't know what's going to happen with me, but I want you all to come on this journey with me. And I started following her journey and I was like, this is amazing. And I was normally doing church content here on YouTube, but for me, it just became so unbelievably toxic. I just became overwhelmed with the thought of covering the church. And here's why. I became overwhelmed with the thought of talking about yet another man of God, another bishop, another pastor with lack discipline and respect for God, respect for the church, and respect for his parishioners. Like, I just got tired of it. You know what I'm saying? And I just found something that was so beautiful and so authentic about this woman sharing her story. And she's sharing her dog and he's so cute. Oh my God. But anyway, and so I was like, what can I do that's going to just help people and share a journey without feeling like I have to go back to the church? Now, I'm not going to say I'm never going to talk about the church again. I really don't want to, though. I just don't. You know what I mean? But I want to do something and share with people authentically, just Catrice. Let me share with you all why I stopped doing the story that made me stop in my tracks of doing church content. So I want to say it was about 2023-ish, maybe 2024. I can't remember. I struggle with disassociation with my depression. So y'all forgive me in advance. Okay. If you want a video on that, I'll share that with you all too, and my alcoholism. But that's pretty much under wraps right now. Thank God. So I'm doing church content. My subscribers are sending me information. They're sending me stories. I'm researching the stories. I'm doing the stories. Everything is great. One day, I get a story based in Texas. Now, we all know, child, that Texas is just the mecca for foolishness. If you don't know, go back to a lot of my other content, honey, from before. But the men of God are crazy in Texas. So I get the story of this pastor. I think he was just like a minister or pastor. He wasn't a bishop or anything. He ain't good enough, to be a bishop. Okay, good enough to be an apostle. Why am I like this? Okay, so he's not good enough to be an apostle, bishop, overseer, none of that, child. Okay, because the level of foolishness that this man was doing was a mess. This man of God had been inwarding one of his relatives, I think it was his cousin or something, for 8 years. So she was about 8 years old when it started, and 16 when the story broke, I believe, where she had a baby in the closet. And my thought, number one, I was like, okay, of course, hold the man accountable at all. Hold him accountable. But where are the parents, child? Like, what are y'all doing? How was your child pregnant? You didn't know the child was pregnant and she having a baby in the closet. Make it make sense. So I do the story. I cover it. Begrudgingly, I covered the story, right? And after that, I just was like, okay, listen. I'm not a man, I'm a woman, and I just can't turn off how my empathy, right? And I'm not saying that men are not empathetic, but in the spirit, child, girl, if you know, you know. If you are in the church sector, then you know that the men of God just want to do the story so they can get the clout, the clicks, the views. They can start beef with each other. They be fussing like little girls on the play. Child, it's a mess, okay? But I just can't turn off doing a story to that of that magnitude and just walking away. Like, oh, it meant nothing. It's okay. Like, she should choose better. Like, just doing this foolishness, right? When a child has been essayed by a family member for X amount of years. So that was the story that broke the camel's back for me. Then it was the Robert Morris story, which we all know. Child, did y'all know he was a knight? Anyway, child, Cindy Clemshaw, shout out to her. Shout out to the woman of God who said, honey, when I was 12 to 17, this man of God was up here touching me and R-wording me. Sidebar, did y'all know that the wife, Pastor Robert Morris's wife told Cindy Clemshaw that she forgave Cindy? What in the 1975 to 1989 foolishness is going on here? Anyway, but then that story happened, and I think that I had just moved in here. All right, so I know that for sure. I was already here in this apartment, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I remember canceling a very important appointment, if you get what I'm saying. If you know, you know. I had an appointment. I had an appointment, girl, scheduled for that night, and I canceled my appointment to sit in the house to reflect about the church. Who does that? Okay. I never again would I cancel an appointment for that. But seriously. Okay. So that is why I am just like turned off with the church. Now, keep in mind that there are people that still contact me in the background. So I might have to come back and do a story about one of our most popular stories. Okay. If you know, you know. Okay, girl. Soon, because I did get a message like, hey, I need to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. So when I get the information and I'm cleared to share it, then I might come back to share with you all. Okay. So that is why I stopped talking about the church. Now let's get into this personal life of mine, because this is why I really wanted to do this video, because girl, life has been lifing. Life has been lifing, but I want to end it on a positive note. So I'm not going to lie to you all. I'm going to keep it at absolutely 100%, because if I lie to you all, then I'm being inauthentic, and that is not me. Your girl Cocktails, and this is not the reason why I have not been going live. So I'm a preface this, because I know y'all going to say, well, girl, did you allow some right-handed fellowship to keep you away from going live? No. I did, however, is my eyebrow okay? So I had to fix my eyebrow, girl. Okay. But I did, however, allow somebody's dusty, Jesus, okay. I did allow somebody's dusty hind part child of the male species to get me off course, to cause major depression and anxiety. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And this is how I don't understand how some women are like, oh, I want to get married. I can't wait. Oh my God, girl. The stress that I have felt in the last year has come from a man. My former landlord from last year, child, was almost been a year for that. Can y'all believe that? If you're a returning subscriber, like, it's been almost a year. And then this guy, okay, this dusty basement dweller, let me just tell the truth, ashamed to death. He fine though. But anyway, it don't matter if he fine, okay? Like, honey, I need, and I was in mind, anyway, I'm not gonna go into detail. We'll talk about that later. But he was, child, causing me all kinds of stress. And so, like, when I would be finished with work, it was like we were always going at it and fussing. I'm like, child, I don't even feel like being bothered with you or anybody else. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Or that kind of thing. Or he was like, oh, let me go out. Let's go out. And I'm going to take it. I'm like, okay, whatever. So, long story short, I was dealing with a dusty. Clock it. I want y'all to put it on record that Cocktails is admitting he was a fine dusty, though. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. He was a fine dusty, right? He wasn't dusty, okay? Like, he was a professional and stuff, but, like, he was dusty, okay? Let me just put it out there. And so I guess I was the dust bucket job because I was dealing with the dust. But anyway, dealing with a dusty. And so I just needed to dead it. And I actually kind of tried to dead it several times. Like, I tried to dead the situation like 6 times. Yeah, I tried to dead the situation like 6 times. So with that being said, this piece of hair is gonna get on my nerves. Okay, so with that being said, and I don't want to say that he like we were like good for like I like a good friendship. So you know how we do, when, ladies. Let's just keep it up. We will get a relationship, situationship, or marriage with a man that we deem having potential. Stop lying to yourself because you know it's the truth. And I did that. Okay. But anyway. But I tried to date it 6 times. I really did. I tried blocking him. I tried doing everything just to like be out of sight, out of mind. And nothing worked, right? And then on top of that, I kept going back because you know what I'm saying? Like the dusty ones always got it. Let's just keep it a buck. So fast forward, I finally was just like, you know what? I can no longer. I actually had to finally verbalize it because I think I was just being a little passive aggressive about it. Being raised in an environment by women who they look at men like they're the creme de la creme and they could do no wrong, and we got to take on all of their stuff and all that. Just all this old school teaching stuff that I thought that I did. I didn't think I had it in me. Woo, child, the ghetto. But I guess I had a little bit in me, child. So long story short. Finally had to tell him last week, like, I started to land the plane. Okay, I actually landed it. Yeah, anyway, I started to land the plane again. This time letting him know everything, and he refused to accept it. Finally, I landed it, deaded it, all that great stuff. And so finally just feeling a lot better. Of course, it takes time. It's not going to be this piece of hair. It's not overnight, but I feel much better about it. You get what I'm saying? So that's that with that part. Now let's get into the positive things. So, I have shared because I got to go. My sister's coming over with her dog and I got a dog sit. Ugh. I love Madison. Y'all know, if you are not new to the channel, you know Madison. Okay. Madison's auntie's baby. But I don't like taking care of animals like that anymore. Does that sound bad? It really does. But I love Madison, so I'm going to watch her. Okay. So anyway, back in 2024? No, it was June 2023. It's almost 2 years ago. I was on this weight loss kick. Not drinking. I stopped drinking. Y'all didn't know I had a drinking problem. No, see, I be keeping stuff from y'all. And so I had stopped drinking. I was working out twice a day. I was trying to get this. I was trying to get a breast reduction, right? And I'm still on the path for that. But I got wrapped up with a dusty, and then I gained 18 pounds. Like, how'd that work? Not saying no. Anyway, and I'm talking about with food. Y'all got your mind in the gutter. So, but I really always still wanted to get this breast reduction because I was having major back problems. The back problem didn't get worse until I want to say, what was it? September 2024, I want to say. It got really, really bad. It was to the point where from like September to like January, my back was like, okay, let's go back. So from September to November-ish, it was bad. I went to the doctors, met up with my new doctor, had a great conversation with her. She suggested that I do this medical weight loss program and all that good stuff. And I was like, bet, can they put me on that? Oh. Y'all know the song, oh, like I was ready. Shoot me up, okay? And so she signed me up for this medical weight loss program, put me on a medicine to help me with the weight loss. I did the consultation with the medical weight loss program and stopped. And here's why I didn't. Because she said the same thing that I've heard for like years. Let's start with your nutrition. And I was like, no. I'm not doing it. Nope. I ain't doing it because I have done this 111 times. I ain't doing it no more. Okay. My doctor, clearly you didn't read the notes of my doctor. My doctor was telling you I had major back. She put me on 4 different medications for my back, y'all. Okay. That's how severe this pain was. So, because I got to get ready to wrap up, put me on a medicine, for the back pain medicine, the pain medicine. Went to the program and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. So in talking to one of my besties, he was like, you know what, Catrice, like, you've been working hard, but like, what is it that you really want to do? And I said, I really want to start taking something to help me with this, with the weight loss, that I don't have to, hurt myself over, right? Like going to the gym 20 times a week. And of course, nutrition is always going to be a main factor of any weight loss journey, right? I don't know if y'all can tell, honey, the double chin ain't chinning anymore, okay? Because I decided to order my own product, right? And so, not my own product, but like something for my weight loss on my own. So without it, it's a doctor's prescription, but it's, I'm paying for it out of pocket, and it's expensive, okay? But I'm doing it because I need this breast reduction. And so that has been a focal point for me, is working on my weight, working on being a better version of myself, and actually not wanting to share that with you all until I lost a couple pounds. Okay, so obviously I'm doing the video because I lost a couple pounds. Okay, your girl has lost 21 pounds, praise the Lord. Trying to go for 30. Trying to go for 30, I need 30 pounds to come up off this body in Jesus' name. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been taking weight loss medicine since the end of January. I switched from one to the other. One of them works better than the other. If you want details on that, I will gladly do a video on that. I think I already did one, but I want to do another one. This is my sister. No, it's my cousin. I'll do another one for you all. If you want more information on that, I would love to share with you all what I've been doing, how things are, the process. And guess what? I think also, I'm not going to say stress did it from somebody's dusty son, but I think that didn't help. You know what I mean? But I ain't mad because, okay, my waist ain't cinched the way I want it to be, but it's on the way. Praise the Lord. Anyway, so that's what's been going on with me. I really want to just do more lifestyle content, sharing like what's going on with me, my journey, my life. I have been, y'all know I'm actively in therapy. I'm in therapy for depression, more depression and anxiety now. Also, I talked to my therapist about my journey with being alcohol free, and or what I want to do as far as that, because a lot of people did not know. Actually, that was kind of like the video that I did for that. I was really proud of myself for doing. I was a little nervous about putting it out because I didn't think people would be receptive to it, but I got a lot of people watching the video, liking the video, sending me words of encouragement and things of that nature on the back end. So I really appreciate you all for doing that. Sharing an alcoholism journey is not an easy thing to do for social, but I did it, and I'm very proud of myself for doing it. And I want to share more about that because I still drink. Okay, I am not, I told you on the last video, and if you don't know, I will link it at the bottom in the description. Your journey for alcoholism, if you do struggle with any type of addiction, is your own personal journey. It's not like a one size fits all. And I was talking to my therapist yesterday. I'm like, girl, I'm not even interested in going to a group. Who wants to say like, hey, Catrice alcoholic? That's weird for me. Like, it's weird for me, right? But for some people, they have to do that. Like, hey, Jim, alcoholic here. And I'm like, you put is that your last name, girl? Like, I can't. Like, my last name was like alcoholic. So, and I don't want that to define me, right? But some people need to go like cold turkey, or they need to, stop drinking for their own benefit. And so, yeah, that's what's been going on with me. I want to share more with you guys. That woman's page really inspired me. I've been tussling back and forth about what I want to do. To be safe, I'm going to get on my nerves. Tussling back and forth about what I want to do with YouTube, how I want to do it. One content that I'm a little nervous about doing is content about the manosphere, red pill, women, men, that whole gender war thing. I don't care nothing about the gender. I ain't gonna lie. But I just know that my viewpoint is probably gonna ruffle a lot of feathers in the manosphere. So yeah. It's like, whatever. But I also don't want them to dox me because the men are ruthless, Josh. Girl. Let's start with the pastors first. We'll deal with the misogyny in the church first. How about that? Okay, if I want to talk about the manosphere, or the red pill, I might group them all together because a lot of them deal with the theme from the same book of bull, right? And so that's that. Let me know what you all think down in the comment section. I would love to hear. And And let me know what you think about this style of video, because that woman really inspired me. And I want to do something on social that I love to do, not something that I feel like I have to do. And if you want to leave, if you all want to unsubscribe because of that, that's fine. I'm not even up to 5,000 people yet. So it's like, I don't want you to leave, but I can't hold you hostage, huh? I can't hold you hostage. So woman of God, mind of God, if you want to go, love you. And I will hopefully run into you at some point. So you'll be back, girl. You'll be back to come over here to see what's going on, because I'm probably going to end up wrapping some of these church topics into what's been going on with me. So let me know if y'all like this style of video, and see you soon. Bye.